Okay. I have some great memories of my dad. He did with me the things dads do. When I was little, he'd take me sledding in the winter. He'd sit on the back of our wooden sled, holding the rope to steer, me sitting between his legs. And off we'd fly down the hill, over the big bump, and straight for the ramp. We'd go airborne, then land with a hard thud. It was scary as hell, but with Dad on board, I felt safe, and I always wanted to go again. Yeah, Dad brought the excitement. He'd push the swing so high, I thought I'd do a 360. Then I'd beg him to go under one more time. He'd let us ride on the tailgate of the old Rambler to get creamy whips on a hot summer day. Then on July 4th, it was fireworks at Camargo Golf Course. Laying on our backs on an old blanket, we'd gasp with excitement at the spectacular sparkling bursts, but they always made that dreaded boom. I'd nestle close to Dad for protection. Even fishing was exciting with Dad, but Dad did not believe in bait shops. Why pay for bait when if you're not too squeamish, you can get it yourself? So on summer nights after dark, we'd venture to the backyard in search of night crawlers. Somehow, he always seemed to be the one to hold the flashlight on those missions. He'd holler, "Quick, Beachy, there's a big one," and I'd pounce. Way more fun was seining in the Little Miami River. Dad would call, "Beachy, wear your old gym shoes." After Dad selected a nice shallow spot, we'd take the net, me on one end and he on the other, and hold it low on the rocks, the cold water rushing through the holes in my keds. After a minute, we'd lift the net to find swarms of silver gray minnows flipping in the sunlight. And Dad did other typical Dad stuff. He'd kiss Mom every evening after work with a sweet, "How's my Jancy?" He taught me how to drive in a VW Beetle with a stick shift, nerves of steel. He was a grill master, a spider killer, a steady provider, a teacher of values like hard work, honesty, and never quitting. Now that I look back with the context of experience, the things Dad did that I took for granted were not required duties of fatherhood. They're not necessarily what dads do, but they were what my dad did.